Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. I hope you're all doing fantastic as always. Today we're back with the Gatwick fly-in event. Let me make sure I've muted the stream here. Yeah, I have. We're back with the Gatwick flying event. The majority of the traffic, I would like to say right off the bat, the majority of the traffic will be on the normal expert server. That tends to get the most traffic and most attention, because of course today we're flying on the beta server. So it's a little bit more quiet, which is actually kind of nice because the arrivals right now on the expert server into Gatwick are kind of insane. The delays look really, really long on the normal expert server, so we should get a rather expeditious flight today. We should get out of Jersey in no time and on our way to Gatwick super, super quick without too many delays. But yeah, if you'd like to join us, right now we're at Jersey on the beta expert server. There aren't many parking spaces here, so if you would like to join us right off the bat, then I would spawn now. Otherwise, you won't have a chance to spawn in until we push back and get going en route to Gatwick. We're looking at a flight time today, I would say at the very most. Probably, it's really short. Probably around 30 minutes or so. Total distance of around, let me have a look here, 178 nautical miles. So it's not very far. We're literally just hopping over the channel, just from a little island, and it will be there in no time. And it'll be a fun stream. It'll be a good one. We'll do a giveaway at some point later on as well. I'm yet to decide when we'll do that giveaway, but I'm sure it'll be somewhere either in the cruise or when we land at Gatwick. But of course, you're welcome to follow along for this event on any server you would like to. Of course, again, the busiest server will be the normal expert server, with a beta server being the second busiest. It really depends if you would like to be I can't talk. It really depends if you'd like to be stuck in very long delays or not, and that's why today I looked at it. I looked at live flight, and I thought maybe we won't fly on the normal expert server because the traffic is kind of insane. So we steered very clear of that, and we took the quieter option here at Jersey to Gatwick. I don't know what happened there with that A320, but it just defied gravity. Mario Films, Captain General Aviator J, Swiss, Lee's Aviation, Carlos J, Aviation X, Captain Cameron, Aviator Moyne, JWB, Ricky's Aviation, Southwest 2115, Part H, Jamel. Oh, there's so many of you here. What's up, Jinko? Welcome back to the stream. Good to see you all. I won't say hello to everyone because we will be here forever, but happy Sunday. Let's do this flight over to London Gatwick. So, weight and balance is already as it needs to be. The same old, I say this every single time, the flight plan's already complete. So if you are joining us today, make sure you copy that so that we fly the exact same flight plan. With that being said, the airplane's pretty much ready to go, so I'm going to go ahead and very quickly tune into the 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟, which I'm sure is nothing special. I'm sure it's the exact same as it was when I listened to it about 10 minutes ago. But for the sake of the stream, as always, we'll listen to the 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟, push back, taxi out to the runway, and get going towards Gatwick. So with that being said, let's quickly tune in here. I'm sure it's only going to be one runway for departure. We've got a really, really small runway, actually, for departure. So we're going to need to firewall up the runway. Maybe not so much because we're relatively light, but it is a very short runway, so the idea is that you get airborne as soon as possible so that you don't overrun. No pattern work allowed. Let's see. No light aircraft accepted. Departure and arrival procedures required. Landing 8, departing 8. We've got information alpha here. So nice and easy. Really simple. One very short runway. Balakaccini, hello. Welcome to the stream and thank you so much for your service here. If it's still you, let's have a look. It is at Jersey. Appreciate it very much. Right. Let's tune into grounds. Request pushback here. And send. Because we don't need to request any runway because there's only one. And at the same time, what we'll go ahead and do is turn the beacon light on and connect, of course, the tug so that we're ready to push back. Hold position. Okay, we're waiting. Looks like we've got another A319 that's just pushed back behind us there. BT handles. We'll just wait for them to taxi past and then we can go ahead and commence with our pushback. But yeah, flying the 319 today, it's nice. It's a small plane. I quite like the A319. I've seen too many of them in my time, though. Maybe I'm getting a bit bored of the color orange. But no, it's a nice plane. It's a nice airline. We'll have some fun with it today on this very, very short flight over to Gatwick. Aviator Moyne, what's up? Aviator J, what's up? Butter Zero, member for 14 months. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Good to have you back here. More giveaways, Dan. Of course, yes, we'll do one giveaway in this stream, with more of them, of course, being on the World Tour streams. Let's see who else. Nem Air, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Good to see you. There's a Spice Jet here. Very realistic, I must say. Plane spotting after landing, Dan. It's a short flight. Yeah, potentially. We'll see if we can do that, actually. Depends how long it takes. I can't imagine it'll be too long, but here we go. Pushback approved. We'll go ahead, go on to ground services, turn off the parking brake, and initiate our pushback here, facing west. How are the audio levels, by the way? Before we go too far, as always, feedback on that is greatly appreciated. Is the music okay? Too quiet, too loud? Let me know. Let me know. But yeah, again, if you are flying in on the actual expert server, the normal one, expect some very, very long delays, I would say. Maybe not so much on this server because, of course, it's nice and quiet. There might still be a few delays because of all the traffic spawning here at Jersey on departure. So if you're at the back of the line and you're arriving at Gatwick, you might have a few vectors. But honestly, I think we'll all just follow our flight plan today towards Gatwick. It should be relatively straightforward. One thing I will say is that one of the fixes on arrival in the Star has an altitude of 7,000 feet, and shortly after that, there's one that's set to 4,000 feet. One thing I would recommend for this is to slow down as much, obviously not too much that you don't fall out the sky, but slow down a decent amount so that you're not absolutely nosediving towards the ground in that respect. I'll show you. We'll probably go to around 180, 190 knots when we get to it, but I'll roll through it when we get there. Right, okay. So, engine 1, let's fire that one up really quickly. And then we can start with, of course, engine 2. Audio is good. Lovely. Audio is great. Music is a bit quiet. Okay. Let me see if I can turn the music up just a pinch. I'm very sorry if it jolts up. Let me see. It might be because the song's quiet. How's that? Is that a little bit better? Let's see. It's set to around what it normally is anyway. Let's go ahead and detach that tug. We don't need it anymore. Infinite Flight Post 001 will escort today. Awesome. Escorts are, of course, more than welcome as long as you aren't taking it to the extreme and trolling. We'll take off with flaps. I would say, I don't know, we are very light, but I'm going to roll with flaps 2 today. Well, obviously, we're in a 319, quite a small plane, but we've also got a very short runway, so I would like to ideally get airborne as soon as possible. Trim can go to 20, as always. Engine 2 can be fired up, and we'll just continue our taxi for now then whilst the other engine's firing up. It's not too much of a big deal. Request taxi then with information alpha. Let's see. We'll turn off the APU in just a moment. Mic's quiet. Is the mic quiet? Do you need me to shout into the microphone? It's exactly the same gain as always, so the microphone should be... Maybe I'm just speaking... maybe I'm just speaking quieter in this stream. I should have been. I'll put the mic like this close to my mouth so that you can hear me. Yeah, the mic's fine. I thought so. Right. Here. Taxi to runway 08. Here we go then. sorry for destroying all of your ears then. One thing to mention, and I've seen a few comments regarding this since the start of this event. I don't think everybody's, well, I mean, obviously not everyone's going to be familiar with London Gatwick, but you'll notice that there's a NOTAM in force, the big red ring around the airport, and that essentially just tells you that runways 8 left and 26 right are closed and to be used as a taxiway. So when you do get to this runway, or taxiway should I say, you don't need to request to cross it or anything like that. You can simply taxi straight down that runway if you really want to. Runway 8 left, 26 right is used in real life, only sometimes due to runway resurfacing on the southern runway. But it's very rare to see. I saw it a couple of times at Gatwick, and it's honestly through the early hours of the morning. So for the sake of the NOTAM and Infinite Flight and the sake of this event, you can treat 8 left and, of course, 26 right as a taxiway only. Keep things nice and simple. Any work in progress shots today? No, I think I promised that we'd do one. No, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. If you'd like to see more exclusive work in progress shots, then you can head over to our Discord server where there are plenty of whip shots available. But again, I'll chat with the team. I'll see if I can... I'm sure we have a folder full of whip shots. I'll see if I can pull one out of there for the next stream. And of course, so maybe it'll be like something to do with the Challenger 350 or something, and that's current development. But we'll see. We'll see when we get to the next one. Let's just focus on taxiing out to the runway here. We'll go ahead and turn off the APU because we don't need that anymore. The traffic at Jersey. Murky Aviation, the route today is Jersey to London Gatwick. We'll be cruising at flight level 210 with 21,000 feet at around 280 knots. Again, it's a very short flight, so we don't really need to firewall it. We don't really need to go too excessive with things. Even 21,000 feet is relatively high for a flight that's only 178 nautical miles long. But because of our weight and balance and because we're very light, we'll just rocket today as fast as we can up to our cruising altitude. Serve those beverages on board and then start our descent in no time. Honestly, when we get to cruise, it's literally more or less going to be time to descend. Let's go over to tower. And we'll get ready to request departure to the north. Again, if you are trying to spawn in at Jersey, it's a relatively small airport, so you might have a few struggles here because, I mean, the gates are very, very limited. I can see there are a few available at the moment, so if you'd like to spawn in, then now's your time. Let's see, number 2 for departure. Okie dokie. Dash 8 going just before us here. I really like the Dash 8. I think it's a very cool aircraft. I think we've only flown it once or twice on stream since we started streaming. I believe that was Vancouver to Seattle, and it was actually a very, very smooth landing from what I can remember. Maybe we should do another stream or another flash flight or something with a Dash 8 soon. Any pro giveaways? Yup, later on in the stream we'll of course do a pro subscription giveaway, so stay tuned for that. Of course, if you are going to join that giveaway, then make sure you hang about to see who actually wins, because it could be you. Dan, have you been on a Flybe aircraft? I haven't. I would have loved to have gone on a Flybe aircraft. I didn't know that they were going to go non-existent again. Now, obviously, you can't fly on them, so that's a shame. I never got the chance to fly on a Flybe Dash 8, and I don't think I ever will now, unfortunately. But there we go. There'll be another airline at some point soon that operates the Dash around the UK. Let's request departure. 8 departing north. We'll start lining up soon. I'm not sure what's going on with the Dash 8. Oh, okay. Line up and wait. 𝗏𝗏𝗡𝗡𝗟 is on it today. Nice and fast with the service here at Jersey. Again, to be fair, though, it's a relatively small airport, so I think you've got it easy. I think you got it easy here. Dan, when are you going to do the next stream on your main channel? Honestly, I don't have any plans, and I don't have any plan for any time soon. Although it would be nice to do them, I don't really have the resources at the moment and the time available to dedicate towards streaming on my personal channel, unfortunately. As nice as it would be, you can see the same thing here. These are all the same, right? It's the same face, it's the same person, it's the same stream, pretty much. So, there we go. Let's turn the strobes and landing lights on. Get ready to rocket up the runway in just a moment. There goes the Dash 8. Again, look how small the runway is. When is the next leg for the World Tour? Good question. If you'd like to find out more about the Infinite Flight World Tour, you can, of course, visit the Infinite Flight Community Forum. The link's in the description. You can just search up World Tour, and I'm sure you'll be able to find it. The next leg for the World Tour, though, is on Wednesday the 8th, I believe it's a Wednesday, at 8 p.m. or 2000 Zulu. Again, you can visit our social media platforms to find out more about that. Click the link in the description, or you can go onto our Instagram and click on our story, and we uploaded the next set of routes onto our story this morning, so you'll be able to find out more about it there. It's really interesting, actually, because here we go, runway 8 clear for takeoff. Let me quickly focus. Let me see, we're going straight out then left. Okay, it's really interesting because the next set of World Tour routes are actually the longest flights that we're going to do over the course of the entire World Tour, which is really fun. We're doing Auckland to Honolulu, which is around 8.5 hours long with the 757. So that'll be a really fun one. If you're interested in joining that, then definitely click the link to find out more. Right, let's take off then. We go a little bit faster. Runway's already approaching. The end of the runway's almost here. Quick. 140, let's rotate. Bit of right rudder here. Up we go, pitching up to 15 degrees. And that gear's coming up. LNAV is already on. Straight out departure for now. Pretty nice. Autopilot's doing all the magic already. There we go. Over to London Centre on 127.00. We'll check in IFR. Yeah, that was a nice... I'll take that. That was quite a nice departure, actually. Bring the nose down a bit. 1,500 feet and bring it down to around 2,500 feet per minute. Let the aeroplane speed up. Bring the power back to around 85% N1. And there we go, Danish 12. Thank you so much for the service as well. That was pretty nice. That was a pretty nice takeoff. Very, very light today. Going to keep the airplane nice and slow for now as we do this turn, because it's like a 90-degree turn. It's relatively sharp, and I don't really want to overshoot, so I'll keep it around 220 knots for now. We'll pitch for the speed. 3,500 feet per minute. Flaps, we can bring them up to 1 for now. And we should make our left-hand turn very soon. There it is. Very clear day, lovely day for flying. The weather in the UK at the moment is also very nice, well, particularly in the southeast anyway. So, should be good on arrival. I don't think it's going to be too windy. Maybe 6 or 7 knots at the most. Let's bring the flaps up to 0. Increase the throttle here, speed up a bit. We'll let it climb to 250 knots. There we go. Pretty much on the flight plan, which is nice. We haven't overshot the other waypoint, so it's always good to see. Southwest 2115 is still in line. Yeah, I can imagine the delays to get out of Jersey will be relatively long. It's a very small airport, but the taxiways aren't very extreme either, so it's just one singular line towards the runway, so expect delays on departure as always. Speeding up to 250 knots then. What should the rotation degree be? Generally speaking, when you take off of an Airbus, you should aim to pitch up. Obviously not on rotation because you'll tail strike. But you want the aircraft to gradually come off the runway. Then once you're airborne, you then want to pitch up to 15 degrees until you're around 1,000 to 1,500 feet. Once you reach 1,000 to 1,500 feet, you can then lower the nose and let the airplane increase its speed to 250 knots. I generally do that in Boeing aircraft as well. I use it as more of a universal thing, but it's more so an Airbus thing. I notice, especially when I used to work at Gatwick, that the climb rate of a 737, for example, used to be very different to an A320. A320s can rock it. It looks like 737s only pitch up at around 10 degrees on departure, similar to the wide-body aircraft. But yeah, I would say, especially more so with the A320 family, once you rotate, pitch up to 15 degrees until you're at around 1,000 feet, and then you can lower the nose and gradually let the speed increase. What will be the next new plane on in for the flight? It'll be the Challenger 350. It's currently a work in progress. It's coming along nicely. Honestly, I can never get the 787 to lift off. You need a good amount of flaps and a good amount of trim, Lee. I agree, though. It's difficult sometimes. Simon Webber gifted 1 Infinite Flight membership. Who was it gifted to? Harry was gifted a membership by Simon Webber. It's very kind of you, Simon. Welcome to the channel. What's the channel member, Harry? Right. Let's increase the vertical speed still. We need to go up to 21,000 feet, climbing at 3,200 feet per minute. We'll also increase our speed to around 280 knots. Just being careful of the Dash 8 that we have in front of us there. It's a slower aircraft, so what we'll try to do, or aim to do, is overtake that aircraft.
London Center, Victory 940.
Dan really left us with the traffic. yeah, I did. I'm sorry. Very sorry. Simon Webber gifting another membership. That's awesome. Very, very kind. Very kind. I think this is a new YouTube feature as well, right? Gifting is only a recent thing. Just gifting random memberships here. Very nice. There's 287 knots. Slow it down to around 280. Landing lights, don't need those anymore either. Dan, why is the flight from Auckland to Honolulu not planned on the weekend? It's an 8-hour flight. JWB, good question. It's simply because of the way it's scheduled in alongside other official events and other plans, including my personal plans, because of course I need to lead these flights as well. I figured, I was actually having a really, really big debate on when we should do that flight in particular, because it's a long one and it's a really awkward one to try and schedule with time zones taken into consideration. I come to the conclusion that the best time to host the longest flight of the world tour would be late for the UK folks, so that you could sleep whilst the flight's going on, and if you have school the next morning, you'd still be able to land it before you go to school, hopefully anyway, because we're aiming to land at around 7:30 AM. if you live in the UK. And also, of course, with it being a 11 p.m. departure in the UK, that's something like a whatever it is, PM or afternoon departure in the States for our other users as well. So I feel like that worked best for both time zones. And some of the folks in Australia as well. I tried with that one. It's just very difficult to schedule an 8-hour flight for it to work with everyone's schedule. Very difficult one, but I tried my best. And hopefully it works out. Hopefully you can understand the reasoning behind that as well. TUI flies all the way to Malaysia. Do they really? They're really expanding. Almost 21,000 feet. It's lower than O's here. Climbing like a rocket. Oh, that Dash 8 speeding up. Maybe we won't overtake. They're going really fast in the Dash 8. I'm sure that's beyond its capability. Let's have a look. There's 21,000. We are now at cruise. That was very quick. You can almost see our destination already. Just being mindful for this Dash 8 here. I wasn't anticipating them zooming up like this. I thought they were going to be going a lot slower. Hopefully they climb past 21,000. If they do, we're going to have. If they don't, sorry, we're going to have to drop back because we're way too close. Way too close. When will Luton be 3D Sam Downey? Good question. Right now, I'm honestly not too sure. It's not a priority at the moment for myself. If another editor would like to pick up Luton, then they're more than welcome to. But at the moment, we're currently focusing on Chicago O'Hare, which is very close to being finished. We're now working with Wilson as well to get that one finished. He has some good skills as well that's really helping towards the completion of Chicago. So, of course, what is this Dash 8 doing? That this reminds me of something else. Dash 8 Jersey 858 Heavy. If you're watching the stream, please could you what's going on? Oh, right there. Please could you maintain adequate separation? Now I don't think you're on autopilot, so I can only assume you're flying like this purposefully. Oh well. Oh well. Why do the airport editor applications take so long to two? I'm not too sure, and I don't lead that stuff, unfortunately. If you'd like to find out more about that, then you could ask Dear Crusher or Matt on the forum if you would like to find out more on the airport editing thread, if it's open. Average infinite flight player. Right, okay, so let's see. We've got... We're already descending. Make that make sense. Surely not. Where are we... Hold on a minute. We're already descending. I was like, oh, how long do we have until the top of descent? Wait, no. No. Don't descend. Don't descend. I've just realised something here. Ah! No, don't fly like this. This is very noobish. Don't copy me here. Back up to 20,000. Nothing ever happened. Let's see. What was this? Please follow the instructions. You'll be rewarded. Disregard lost message. Let's see here. I think it's because on our current fix we have an altitude of 5,000 feet. Let's wait until we're at Roxog, and then we'll engage VNAV. I think things will change by the time we get to that. Let's just hold off for now. I'm a bit rusty, okay? My EasyJet flying skills have fallen off. Giveaway, yeah. Should we do a giveaway now? Because, I mean, this is a very, very short flight. Let's open Nightbot here and see if we can get it rolling. Passengers on their tray tables because of the G-force. Let me log in here. Let me log in and see if I can get this rolling. Keyword today will be... Alright, everyone, listen up. The keyword for today's giveaway, if you would like to win a month to Infinite Flight Pro, is very simple. It's the IATA code for Gatwick Airport. All you have to do is type the IATA code for Gatwick Airport in the chat. I won't tell you what the code is. You just have to type the code in the chat, and then you'll be entered. Or you might not be entered if you enter it incorrectly. A lot of you seem to always get confused with the difference between 𝗖𝗛𝗠𝗏 and 𝗖𝗛𝗏𝗏. The code Echo Golf Kilo Kilo is a 𝗖𝗏𝗏 code. We're looking for the 𝗖𝗏𝗏𝗏 code here, the 3-letter code. Okay. Right, it's 24 nautical miles until we begin our descent. There we go. That's better. I thought it was maybe a bit too early. Felt a bit weird. 32 entries, what we like to see. Again, if you'd like a chance of winning... what's the F-18 doing here? Wow, brilliant. That's great. If you'd like to potentially win a month to Infinite Flight Pro, all you have to do is type the 𝗖𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 code for Gatwick in the chat, and you'll be entered, just like that. Nightbot will automatically pick the winner when we hit the roll it button, so in just a couple of minutes, we'll go ahead and roll it. When we hit the top of descent, we'll go ahead and roll it, which is literally in 3 minutes' time. So we'll let it roll for 3 minutes. I think this is actually a record for the shortest stream we've done in a while. I think the shortest one we've done was the Vancouver to Seattle one with the -8. This might be the second short. It might even be the shortest. I'm not too sure. But right now, 29 minutes. We got airborne very quickly because, of course, the layout at Jersey is pretty straightforward. It's a very small airport, so... usually, right now, at the 29-minute mark, we're usually still on the ground or just getting airborne at the busier airports, so
Air India 747 Super.
it's a win, really. Maybe one day we can do like a round trip sort of thing. We won't do that today, but yeah, maybe one day we can do like a 2-sector flight. I think that would be cool, actually, if we was to like mimic real-world operations and do like a 2-sector day, right? Where we fly somewhere and then fly back. 4 sectors is maybe asking for a bit much, because that would take up quite a lot of time, although it would be fun. We can do a return flight at some point. Maybe not so much today, because of course it's a Gatwick fly-in, and it wouldn't make very much sense if we was flying out of Gatwick. But again, if you're just tuning into the stream and you'd like to participate in this event, then of course you can join on any server and head to London Gatwick from any airport of your choice. As long as it's not like Heathrow to Gatwick, because that's relatively unrealistic. But if it was like Manchester to Gatwick or Dublin to, or whatever, Jersey's a good example, then you're more than welcome to. We've got 39 entries. I'll give you the code now, because of course the quiz is now over, in theory. If you'd like to enter this giveaway, all you have to do is type Lima Golf Whiskey, LGW, in the chat, and you'll be entered into this giveaway. And again, the prize is a month to Infinite Flight Pro. All you have to do is type the keywords. You might win. What happens if you do win? We'll get in touch with you on the forum or the best method of contact, and then we'll go ahead and send you over a redemption code to Infinite Flight Pro. If you already have a Pro subscription, super easy stuff. It'll literally extend your current subscription, so it's as easy as that. How many times you have to say it? Once is enough. Honestly, you say it once and it'll enter you in. I know everyone likes to spam the chat anyway, which is absolutely fine, but you actually only need to enter the code once, so... There we go. It is what it is. 50 entries now. 4 miles until we hit the top of descent. 3 miles until we hit the roll it button. Let's see who is going to win the month to Infinite Flight Pro. As soon as it pops up on the screen, saying VNAV updated whatever, target to however many thousand feet, 13,000 I think, we're going to roll it. We're going to roll it. As soon as it pops up on the screen. Get ready. It's your last chance to enter. LGW in the chat. I'm waiting for the... There it is. Right. The winner is... Mo. M.O. Congratulations on winning a month to Infinite Flight Pro. Most importantly, are you still here? If you are, please let us know. Please let us know if you're still here. If you're not, then we might have to re-roll it. Unfortunately, hopefully that's not the case. But Mo, are you here? At Mo. Everybody at Mo in the chat. Oh, Mo, he isn't here. Neme, come on. Oh, Mo is here. I already have a sub, so re-roll. Are you, Mo, are you sure about that? Of course, if you already have a sub, it will literally extend your current subscription. If you would like to pass it on, then we can do that. We can re-roll it. But again, I'll just ask you, just to double check, are you sure you don't want it? Again, it'll extend your current subscription. 100% I'm sure I'm fortunate enough to have an account already. Awesome, Mo. That's very kind of you, Mo. Thank you very much on behalf of everyone. Let's go ahead and re-roll it then. The next winner is 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟𝗏 Aviation. Congratulations on winning the month from Mo to Infinite Flight Pro. That rhymed. Let us know if you're still here. Hopefully you are. 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟𝗏, whatever. Are you here? Are you here? Hopefully. Everyone in the chat. I swear he left. Hopefully not, because then we'd be re-rolling it again. Let's see. Let's see. Come on. 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟𝗏, are you here? I hope that's how you pronounce it. Maybe there's some special pronunciation. Give him some time to celebrate. Oh no. Oh no. Did they leave? Are you on VNav? Yes. Yeah, we're descending. Right, it looks like we'll go ahead and cancel it, and we'll do it again. So the keywords is Gatwick. We'll leave the option open for 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗏. Of course, if you're watching this back and you'd like to reach out to me and claim your prize, then we'll leave it open for 24 to 48 hours. But we'll do it again. If you'd like a chance of winning a month to Infinite Flight Pro on behalf of Mo, thank you so much again for passing it on. The keyword is Gatwick. It's as easy as that. If we see 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗏 in the chat now, that'd be an oof. Oh, over to Gatwick Director on 118.95. Send and switch. Request approach. London Gatwick, we want 8 right on the ILS. Thank you very much. There we go. Continuous filed. Expect the ILS approach 8 right at London Gatwick. Sweet. We'll just follow the flight plan then, as we hoped for. This was the fix that I was on about. At Willow, it's 7,000 feet, and shortly after that, at a D10 4K, it's 3,000. It's quite a steep descent. So when you get to, I would say, when you're parallel to Echo Golf Kilo Alpha, slow down to around 200 knots and let the airplane swoop around that corner nicely. It's going to be a very steep descent. Right, here we go then. 51 entries. We'll go ahead and roll it. Just give it like 10 more seconds. All you have to do is type Gatwick in the chat. It's as easy as that.
Turn right heading 170. Descend and maintain 7,000. Victory 940. Golf Juliet Sierra Bravo Sierra. Turn left heading 080.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The winner is Captain General. Congratulations on winning a month to Infinite Flight Pro. Are you still here, most importantly? Please say you are.
Turn right heading 080.
𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟𝗏 Heavy is 5 nautical miles south of Sandown at 21,800 feet. Requesting GPS approach any runway at London Gatwick.
Golf Juliet Sierra Bravo Sierra. Do not exceed 210 knots. Do not exceed 210 knots. Golf Juliet Sierra
Waiting for the message to be pulled out by the bot in the chat here.
080. Golf Hotel Romeo Oscar Echo. Jersey 858 Heavy. Expect
Whilst also watching the flight here, I don't really want to. We're nearly at 10,000 feet. We want to start slowing down soon.
Jersey 858 Heavy. Turn left heading
Oh, 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗏 is here as well.
Maintain 7,000. Oscar
Captain General, are you here? I believe I saw a message of you saying you are here. What is your forum name if you are here? The chat's going really, really quick. Jesus, you won the previous giveaway, but you weren't here to claim the prize. But now that you are, that's absolutely fine. We can still give you the pro subscription. We'll just give away 2 today. What is your forum name, Jesus? And what is your forum name, Captain General? Please let me know. Captain General 2 is my forum name. Lovely stuff. We'll take a photo of that on my phone. Expect a message from me when the stream ends. And then, Jazer, what's your forum name? Please let us know. Yeah, your username, your forum username.
Turn left heading 040. Descend and maintain 3000. Turn left heading 0 Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Turn right 080, descend and maintain 5,000 feet. We're now receiving vectors. Oh, wasn't supposed to do that with the... Oh, wasn't supposed to do that at the altitude. I got the wrong thing there. Oh, what's going on? This is shocking flying. Down to 5,000. It's Jesus_aviation. Okay, right. Let me take a photo of that as well. Congratulations to both of you for winning a month to Infinite Flight Pro. Again, expect a message from me on the forum once the stream ends. There we go.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November. Do not exceed 230 knots.
Do not exceed 230 knots. Let's see.
Golf Juliet Sierra Bravo Sierra. Do not exceed.
This is the first time I even participate and you've won.
Do not exceed 160 knots. Golf Juliet Sierra Bravo Sierra. Golf Hotel Romeo Oscar Echo.
Well, congratulations, Lucas. Welcome to the stream. Hi, Dan. Taxiing to runway 8 right and flying to Dublin on Ryanair. Awesome. Enjoy the flight. Are you on the expert server or the beta server?
Golf Hotel Romeo Oscar Echo.
Gonzo, what's up? Welcome. Reducing speed 230 knots down to 5,000 feet. Going to get rid of those flight spoilers. We don't need those anymore. When is... Oh, on expert server. How's the traffic, Lucas, on the expert server? I'm sure it's very busy right now. When is the next stream? Right now, not too sure at this current moment in time. Need to go ahead and plan the next south streams. Very busy. Let me have a look at live flight quickly on my end at the traffic right now on the expert server at London Gatwick. Let's click all servers very quick. Oh, you won't be able to see what I'm doing. All server traffic around the London region looks absolutely insane. The expert server in particular is so busy right now at both Heathrow and London Gatwick. It's great to see both of those airports nice and busy. Back to the YouTube chat then. Expect approach delays of up to an hour at Gatwick. That's insane. Dan, do you mostly fly on the beta server? Yeah, so for the streams and events recently, I've solely flown on the beta server. And for other flights, like just my general, like this morning, last night, sorry, I did an overnight flight of the 𝗖𝗛𝗡𝗔𝗡𝗟 from Phuket to London Gatwick. I just did that on the normal expert server because that's where, of course, the most traffic is. But during these events, it's just easier to run them on the beta server. Right, landing lights. 310,000 feet. Gatwick is down there to our left. And we're almost there, just like that. Just like that. 10 minutes until we arrive. Maybe 11, depending on vectors. Bro, there's literally nothing at Gatwick on the training server. It's a shame to hear that. That's because, I mean, although it's an all-server event, the majority of the traffic will still be on the expert servers. As they're most popular. Turn right 100. 100. See Harry down there to our left. In the 319.
Maintain 170 knots until
Almost
5
there.
mile final. Golf Juliet Sierra Bravo Sierra. Easy 58 Victor Kilo. Maintain 180 knots until 6 mile.
I did a flight from Geneva to Gatwick and the traffic was insane.
6 miles right. Easy 58 Victor Kilo.
Oscar Kilo Bravo Romeo.
The traffic at around 10 o'clock, 10 to 12 this morning was pretty steady flow. It was quite nice to fly into busy Gatwick. Harry arrives in 6 minutes. Yeah, but this event is open to all servers, right? Yes, absolutely. This is an all servers event, and ultimately it's up to the pilot which server they would like to fly on. And it seems, of course, that the majority of the pilots have chosen to fly on the expert server rather than the training server. It's similar to the World Tour as well that we're currently hosting. It's an all servers event that everyone can participate, but at the end of the day, it's your decision which server you fly on.
Turn left heading 080.
Ever told to go around 3 or more times, said Jamel? Yeah, I have actually. Hold on, ATC, turn left, 080. Yeah, so I think it might have been, it was actually Heathrow to John F. Kennedy with the Virgin Atlantic A330. I believe this was maybe during beta testing, I'm not too sure. When I arrived, I was told to go around, and I was like, okay, that's fine. You know, there was an aircraft on the runway, kind of frustrating, but they were clear for takeoff when I was on like a 1 mile final or something, so I had to go around. Turn left, 340, hold on a moment, 340, just to maintain 4,000 feet. Yeah, so I was told to go around once. I went around, and because the airspace was so incredibly busy, the go around took at least like 20 minutes. I got back, went to land, and another aircraft was clear for takeoff when I was on like a 1.5 mile final, something like that. So as a result, I had to go around again. So I come back around 20 minutes later because the delays were absolutely insane. Airspace was very busy. I come in for another landing, and believe it or not, the exact same thing happened again. So I just left. I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm just not landing. So I just quit. I was like, no. I was like, what's the point? I'm not even touching the ground here. I'm just flying around in circles. And of course, with it being such long delays per go around, I was just like, why? I can't be bothered. I'd rather go and do something else. Is that an aircraft? Yeah, it's a jet. I saw it on the TCAS. I was like, where's this plane? It's really close. My question is why ATC would clear someone for takeoff when you're on a 1.5 nautical mile hour. Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing, Balacaccini. It was incredibly frustrating. It really did annoy me. It really did. And that's why didn't you just divert? As a result, that's why I quit, because it annoyed me. I was just like, I'm not in the mood now. Right, turn left, 260.
Juliet Sierra Bravo Sierra. Please follow instructions. Golf Juliet Sierra Bravo Sierra. Maintain.
Like, I wouldn't mind going around if it was due to weather and winds and all of that sort of stuff, and you're coming in on a bit of a wobbly landing, so you decide to go around. But when it's for like the reason of an airplane being on the runway, it's just so frustrating. You're like, really? Do I have to go around? It's just annoying. Like, everything's perfect. The approach is perfect. You're perfectly on the glide slope, and then you get to the very last second, and then the plane's clear for takeoff, and you're like, wow, thank you very much. Totally not annoying. Have you ever got a violation for not following instructions? Yeah, before I was staff, I'm pretty sure I got a couple. I'm pretty sure I got a couple of violations before becoming staff member. Yeah. Where are you flying to? Also, which aircraft and airline, Harry? We're flying to Gatwick with the EasyJet A319. Gatwick is over there to the right. Nice and quiet in comparison to the other server. I almost had to do a go around on my approach into Gatwick earlier. I slowed right down as much as I could before touchdown as they lifted off. Wow, Lee, that was a close call. That was a close call. I find it funny and quite triggering as well when you're on like maybe like a 3 mile final and ATC, and it's nothing to do with ATC, it's not ATC's fault. And ATC are like, yeah, clear for takeoff. Please expedite traffic on final, whatever. Like, hurry up, basically. Expedite your departure. And the aircraft that's been cleared for an expeditious departure, like, taxis onto the runway and lines up at about 2 knots. And you're like, go, faster. I'm literally on a 1 mile final now. Take off. Floor it. Go. It's one of them moments where your heart starts racing. You're like, quick.
Easy 019, turn left heading 260, victory 940, turn right heading 030, turn right heading 030, victory 940, Oscar Kilo Bravo Romeo Oscar, you're aligned with the wrong runway, please check runway assignment. Pakistan 7.
Also, Dan, I saw you in my stream the other day. I did indeed stop by for the flash flight stream. Yeah, exactly. When a plane's landing and they miss their exit point. There should be a YouTube video, Infinite Flight Pet Peeves, or Infinite Flight X. That'd be a funny YouTube video idea.
Iberia 1347, with you of 19,500, descending via Vasu 1 Golf arrival, turn right heading 100.
JWB, yeah, we'll spot some planes when we land, for sure.
Airlines 222, turn right heading 080, descend and maintain 5,000, easy 4039. Turn left heading 360. Descend and maintain 5,000.
Cleared for immediate takeoff. Lines up and waits. That's great. That's absolutely great. I can see it from the controller's perspective as well. That's funny. That's funny. Will you be landing on 8 left? No, definitely not. Landing on 8 right. 8 left is a taxiway only. Violations are kind of bad. I mean, we pay for multiplayer and they still restrict you from doing so. Part H. I can understand to a certain degree where you're coming from there. Yes, you pay to access Infinite Flight Pro. However, if you would like to not follow rules and not adhere to things that are being said to you by ATC, for example, then we'd recommend going on the training or casual server, as that's what their specific purpose is. However, if you are joining the expert server, trolling and not following instructions, you are essentially then ruining the experience for other paying subscription members as well. And that's why we have the violations in force and the rules in force on the expert server, because people like to take things maybe a bit more seriously here. They like to make the most out of their, quote, realism and experience, Infinite Flight experience. Let's turn right then to 350.
Request.
Turn right headed 050, maintain 3000, maintain 3000 until established when the localizer.
Why isn't there an EasyJet A321 livery? That's because there isn't an EasyJet A321 Neo. We don't have the Neo aircraft at the moment in Infinite Flight, so that's why. Believe me, if we had the Neo, I would urge to have the EasyJet livery on it.
Southeast of Sandown at 17,200 feet. Requesting miles approach runway 8 right at London Gatwick.
Tanja 348, continuous file. Expect the ILS approach.
Dan, any thoughts on adding a cabin to the A320 and 737s? Jesus, good question. I'm sure that if these aircraft were ever reworked, then a cabin will also come with it. Of course, I can't promise anything because I'm not too sure at the moment on that. But what I'm saying is, if you look at the pattern which we're currently following, the majority of our newer aircraft that we're releasing, like the A220, the ERJs, they all have cabins and they're narrow-body aircraft. So all I can say, just from guessing off the top of my head, is that if we were to ever rework the 320 family and the 737s, they would most likely have a cabin as well, and I don't see why not.
With you at 80,400, descending via Vasu 1 Golf arrival. Do not exceed 230 knots. Iberia 1347, easy 4039. Please follow instructions. Shamrock 32.
Right, almost there.
Radar contact. Say approach request.
Just took off and got the call from centre to proceed to Dublin. Awesome stuff. Shall I film your landing? Go for it if you'd like to. Let's go ahead and tune the ILS for 8 right.
Turn left heading 260.
Let's click on LGW. Let's click on Gatwick runways. 8 right, set nav 1. There we go. Have a safe landing. I've already landed from Basil, whatever you'd like to pronounce it. I don't know. Thank you very much.
Turn right heading 130. Descend and maintain 5,000.
Turn right heading 130. Descend and maintain 5,000. Easy 4039.
Easy 892. Turn left heading 340. Alpha Victor Delta.
There we go.
November.
Turn right 050.
050.
Maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer. There we go. Cool stuff.
Golf Hotel Romeo Oscar.
Airport's over there somewhere. We'll land in this view today. We haven't landed with the virtual cockpit view in a while, so we'll go for it. We'll see what we can do. See if we can do a nice smooth landing.
Requesting descent via Vasu 1 Golf arrival.
Ugh, a bit of fluff just come off the microphone. Touch my mouth. Yuck.
Victory 940. Easy 019. Turn right heading 360. Descend and maintain 3,000.
Turn right heading 360. Descend and maintain 3,000. Easy 019.
Shamrock 320. Turn right heading 080. Descend and maintain
Let's see.
7,000. Easy 630.
See the airport then.
Say approach
Looks like we
requesting
have
destination. Turn right heading 080. Descend and
Dunsford. Is it
maintain
Dunsford?
7,000.
Is it Dunsford? I'm pretty sure it is. The Top Gears film.
Easy 630.
Yeah, Dunsford.
1347. Turn left heading
They have a BA 747 parked up here as well.
20 nautical miles southwest of Sandown at 13,000 feet.
Do you like Jet2 holidays? I've never booked a holiday through Jet2 holidays, so I don't really know. I actually haven't flown with Jet2 before. I would like to. Is this a real-world route? Yes, it is. Do you have any idea when the next World Tour stream will happen? Not at the moment, no. Next week there won't be any World Tour streams because all of the routes are very, very long routes. So possibly the week after that, for week 8.
Mauritania Airlines 222. Turn right heading 100. Turn right heading 100.
Alright, you can see the runway.
Airlines 222. Shamrock 320. Do not exceed 220 knots.
I've also got an aircraft 6 miles ahead. Soon I'll start to slow down.
Do not exceed 220 knots. Shamrock 320. Turn right heading 050. Descend and maintain 7,000. Thai 8888 heavy. Golf Hotel Romeo Oscar Echo. You're in an active airspace.
Of course, I'll start to concentrate in just a moment. We'll go sterile cockpit so I can concentrate on the landing. Nate, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Let's start making a gradual turn towards the runway heading. We'll do this all manually. Matt Flight Sim, welcome back. Let's have a look. I can see the runway then. Let's just line up nicely. So Pappies are currently red, obviously. We're way too low and too far out, so we'll wait until those change and we'll disengage the autopilot. Yeah, you can see we're almost on the glide slope and on the ILS.
Descend and maintain 7,000. Turn right heading 090. Descend and maintain 7,000.
Right, landing lights on. They are indeed. APU on when we land. There we go. Pappies have changed. Disengaging that autopilot. Let's not rock it up here. Maybe too much trim. Start slowing down. See if we can do a nice smooth landing then.
Descend and maintain 4,000. Victory 940. Turn left heading 330.
Get some flaps in here soon.
Descend and maintain 4,000. Mauritania Airlines 222. Easy 892. Turn right heading 280.
Turn right heading 280.
Nice speedy landing.
Easy 630.
Speedy jet.
220 knots.
Let's do this.
348. Turn left heading 080.
Turn left heading
There we go, runway closure.
Tomjet 348.
Northern runway. Over to London Gatwick Tower on 124.22. Send and switch, and we'll call inbound landing on the ILS 8 right. Call inbound landing ILS 8 right.
London Gatwick Tower, Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November, inbound on the ILS runway 8 right. London Gatwick Tower, speed for 2033 heavy, ready for departure at runway 8 right.
Flaps 1.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November. Number 2. Runway 8 right. Clear to land.
Flaps 2.
Clear to land, runway 8 right, Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
We'll rock with flaps 3. Currently 7 miles out. Flaps 4. Or full, should I say. Spoiler's arms, gears down. Very light for this landing. Currently 11 knots. Wind. We'll see if we can make this a smooth one. I'm going to concentrate now.
617 Golf Foxtrot Heavy. Frequency change approved. Good day. Frequency change approved. Emirates 617 Golf Foxtrot Heavy. Good day.
Perfect weather for a better landing. Yeah, I mean, it could be a bit better. 6 knots now. A little bit of crosswind going on.
6 Oscar Sierra Mike Alpha. When able, turn
Do some
left.
right rudder before we touch
Contact
down.
ground on the taxiway.
Wind code 6 Oscar Sierra Mike Alpha.
London Gatwick Tower, EC019, inbound on the ILS runway 8 right.
EC019. Number 2. Runway 8 right. Clear to land.
Number 2, clear to land, runway 8 right, EC019.
Speed for 2033 heavy. Line up and wait runway 8 right.
Thank you, EC019.
Line up and wait runway 8
Oh, that was actually really, really nice. If you watch back in the replay, that was actually a really, really lovely landing. It looked a bit aggressive in the flight deck because of the shake. But that was actually a really, really nice landing. Let's slow down. I'll take that.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November. When able, turn left. Contact ground on the taxiway.
Alpha Victor Delta.
Was that good? Watching back in the replay. Vacate to the left.
Speed for 2033 heavy. Wind 210 at 10. Runway 8
Speedbird's
right.
clear for takeoff. The one we saw holding short of 8 right just then. Speed brakes. Flaps coming up. Over to ground. Request taxi to parking.
London Gatwick ground. Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November. Taxi to parking.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November. Taxi to parking. At your discretion.
Let's go ahead and get rid of the strobes. I know exactly where we're going to park. We're going to go to the south terminal today.
Taxi to parking. Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
Do something a little bit different. Go to the south. Why not? Do you still use the iPad, the 2018 iPad? Yeah, I still use it. This is the same iPad for streaming here. It's getting old now. It's showing its age. Was that 777 that just took off? Yeah, I heard it just in the background. Should have actually stayed on the taxiway to the right. It would have made more sense. Nice sunset as well. We see the taxi lights. Want to make a right-hand turn here. The reason I'm taxiing this far, and the reason why I want to taxi into this particular gate which we go into, is because for ramp agents, the baggage belt is conveniently right next to this gate for the domestic flights. The domestic belt is literally right where you park. So it is a favourite amongst the ramp agents, and it is a very convenient location for the domestic flights to come and park. So we're going to park right there. Turn off engine 2. There we go. Southwest 2115, thank you so much for stopping by. Let's not take out the lamppost of our wing. Let's stop here. Looking good. Welcome to London Gatwick, everybody. This was also, when I was working on the ramp, this was also one of my favourite spots to work at in particular, because you'd have the aircraft, it's the APU running. Now, let's fire up the APU very quickly. You would, let's pretend we're a ramp agent, right? We'll go on ground handler view. We're going to ground handler mode. So you'd like walk up to the plane right now and you'd go and plug it in here. You'd chock the aircraft and you know, you'd do all that sort of stuff. You then go up to the doors and open the doors. But what was cool, especially about this area, is the fact that, let me go ahead and turn off the engine and beacon light. What was cool in particular is that on the 26 left arrivals, the planes would come literally right over you here. And of course, if you have a look, they would touch down right there. And even more so in the early hours of the morning when they would use the northern runway, they would come right over your head. It's a super cool spot. Super, super cool spot. Anyway, let's go ahead and watch some landings very quickly. Then we won't watch loads, so just watch a couple, and then we'll go ahead and watch the landing in the replay mode then. F-18 coming in. Looks like they are... Oh, wibble wobble one at a time, and you've just eaten the runway. Nice! This, okay, they're quite far out, actually. Maybe we won't watch. Got a dash super far out, 11 miles out. It doesn't look like we have too many arrivals. So what we'll do is go ahead and skip that. We'll go ahead and watch the landing in the replay mode. So just stand by here. We'll be back in just a second. What can I say? 𝗏𝗔𝗡𝗏 is back at it again. 50 channel memberships gifted. What the hell? That's insane. Well, I'm just going to take a photo of that, and I'm going to share that with the team, because that's incredible. 50 memberships gifted by 𝗏𝗔𝗡𝗏. That's very, very generous. You're basically all now channel members, right? That's awesome stuff. That's brilliant. Wow. Let's go ahead and watch the takeoff very quickly.
Contacting London Centre on 127.0.
Pretty insane stuff. 𝗠𝗘𝗠𝗕𝗥𝗦𝗛 was one of the top donors of the 𝗖𝗛𝗦𝗠𝗃𝗏 YouTube channel, and they seem to be back at it again, but on the Infinite Flight channel with memberships instead, as we don't have super chat enabled. But there we go. Very, very kind. Let's watch the takeoff. Still, the gifts are still coming through. Imagine not getting one. There we go. Lovely takeoff. 𝗠𝗘𝗠𝗦𝗡𝗏, member for 4 months. Thank you for the stream, Dan. Bye-bye. Take care, 𝗠𝗘𝗠𝗏. Thank you very much for watching and stopping by. Let's watch that landing then. Was it a smooth one? Pretty sure it was. It looked very good. There we go then.
Speed for 2033 heavy. Line up and wait runway 8 right.
Let's watch it. Oh. Actually, it looked a bit weird on the touchdown, but I would say that was a smooth landing. The animation was a bit odd upon touchdown, but it was nice. If you zoom out a bit, I'm sure it'll look a bit better. It will look smoother. It was a smooth landing. Look at that. Held it off very nicely. There we go. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. We'll watch from this view again whilst I go ahead and get... I just realised something. Hopefully you're all not super fan channel members, because that means I'm going to have to give a shout out to every single one of you, which will take forever. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Memberships. First officer. Yeah, I thought so. There we go. Right, so current level, Captain Superfan. Let's give a shout out to Captain Sky Marshal, Dark Serpent Gaming, Lucas, Simon Webber, Grab, Not Cabinet, 𝗠𝗘𝗠𝗏𝗏, Adam, Nick Masterson, Tyler Flake, Gonzo, Vonzo 47, Aviator Griff, Eli, 𝗠𝗘𝗠𝗏𝗏𝗏, big shout out to 𝗠𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 and his gifted memberships today. Josh K, Golf Hotel Alpha Zulu Bravo, and Crazy B. Well, with that being said, thank you all very much for watching another stream. Of course, this event is going to go on until 6 AM tomorrow, 0600 Zulu. So there's still plenty of time to participate in this Gatwick flying event across any server, and mostly, of course, the expert server. That's what all the traffic will be. But with that being said, of course, as always, take care, keep the dirty side down, and we will see you in the next stream. As always, goodbye.